Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you all? Hopefully you are doing well by staying at your home. As usual, this is Jannatul Firdaus, lecturer, Department of English, Milestone College. Dear students, the situation is very tensed everywhere and we are fighting against COVID-19 every time. So we have to cope up with the situation and have to continue our classes properly, because you all know that education cannot be locked down. For that reason, I am here for taking your English first paper class today. Our today's topic is, you can see on the board, our today's topic is how to write graphs and charts. In your English first paper, in question number 10, you will find the topic for 10 marks. Okay? So before going to the topic graphs and charts in details, we have to know what is graph or chart. Graph or chart is an image that represents data symbolically. Dear students, in your question paper there will be a picture, will be a data, and you don't have to draw the picture. And also you must be very much careful about the tenses, and you have to write or you have to describe the whole graphs and charts within 150 words. Okay? So, if you want to get good marks for writing graphs and charts, you have to follow some techniques. Here I have mentioned that common types of graphs and charts. In your question paper, mostly these types of graphs and charts will come. Here you can see, firstly, line graphs or charts, and you can see the pictures. And sometimes in a cricket match, when you see the cricket match, you will find that there will be a line graphs for comparing runs per over. Secondly, you can see pie chart, and here is the picture. The shape of the picture is just like a pie or pizza. And next you can see bar graph or chart, and here you can see the picture. Dear students, for writing graphs and charts or for describing graphs and charts properly, you have to follow some techniques. Okay, and you have to make 3 para for writing graphs and charts or for describing graphs and charts properly, and of course you have to very much careful about the tenses. Here I have mentioned 3 points for 3 para. For the first point, you can see topic, sentence or introductory part. For this point, you have to present overall idea about the whole graphs or charts with given information within 1 or 2 sentences. Okay? Now come to the second point, supporting sentence or descriptive part. In this part, you have to present the sentences very certainly. You just try to compare with the information or try to similar with one information to another with the help of words and clauses. Okay? And now come to the last point, concluding sentence. In this concluding sentence, you have to focus on some points with the information of graphs and charts, and you have to certainly represent the information. Okay? And now, dear students, you can see I have mentioned some useful phrases and vocabularies here. And these phrases and vocabularies are also very much helpful for your descriptive part. Then the sentences will be very much enriched. Okay? So now you can hear from there you can get the idea which vocabularies you can use. Okay? Number 1, you can see suddenly. Number 2, rapidly. Number 3, dramatically. Number 4, significantly. Number 5, steadily. Number 6, gradually. Number 7, sharply. Number 8, considerably. Number 9, abruptly. that means sudden change. Okay, abruptly means sudden change. Number 10, approximately. Approximately means something close to certain information. And now here you can see some phrases I have mentioned. If you use these types of phrases or vocabularies in demand of the sentences for expression for the expression of the sentences, if you can use the vocabularies or phrases, then the sentences will be very much enriched or very much standard. Okay, now let's see for the phrases. Number 1, a small fraction. Number 2, a small number. Number 3, a huge portion. Number 4, an overall increase. When you will find from the graphs or charts, you will find the information is increasing or going up, then you can use the phrase an overall increase. Or number 5, a slight decrease. When you will find little bit decrease or little bit went down, you can use this type of phrase. Number 6, went down by. Number 7, notice slight fluctuations. So what does it mean? Fluctuations, sudden ups and downs, you can call it fluctuations. And at the end you can see remains stable. When you will find the information in the passage, they are not changing at all, you can use the phrase remains stable. Okay, dear students, if you understood these types of vocabulary or phrases, and if you use from these vocabularies or phrases some vocabulary in demand of the situation or for the expression of the sentences, then it will be very much helpful for you getting good marks. Now I will show you how to describe describe graphs and charts properly, and in which way you can describe graphs and charts certainly. Okay, my dear students. Here you can see the sample question I have written here. The graph shows the number of internet users of Bangladesh in the year of 2014 to 2019. Now describe the graph in 150 words. You should highlight and summarize the information given in the graph. From the question you have to understand properly about the certain point. Okay, so here you can see the number of internet users of Bangladesh, and the years already have mentioned from 2014 to 2019, and another certain point is 150 words. You have to write the whole graph, you have to describe the graph within 150 words. Okay, now next part of the question, you should highlight and summarize the information given in the graph. So you should highlight from the information certainly, and also you have to summarize the information from the graph. Here from the picture you can see there are different years from 2014 to 2019, and also different percentages have already mentioned. So from the by seeing the percentages and from 2014 to 2019, you have to describe the whole graph into 3 para by maintaining introductory para, descriptive para and concluding para. So now let's look at the first or introductory para. Here I have mentioned the bar graph illustrates. Just students, look at the word. Here the question in your question paper, the sentence starts with the graph shows, but no need to follow these types of sentence. You just try to write in different way. You can write the bar graph illustrates the percentages of internet users of Bangladesh, because here are some percentages have already mentioned. So you can write the percentages of internet users, and of course you have to mention the year of Bangladesh from 2014 to 2019, and after that you have to write a supporting sentence like this way. According to the bar graph, here you can see from 2014 to 2019 the percentage is going up. So by writing this type of sentence, you can give certain idea, or you can write the sentence in different way. According to the bar graph, Bangladesh experienced an upward trend. So it will be very effective for getting good marks. The second para, you can see, or you can start the sentence like this way. According to the bar graph, the lowest rate was in the year of 2014 and the highest rate was in the year of 2019. That means already you have informed from the graph what was the lowest rate and in which year, and what was the highest rate and also in which year. After that you will write Bangladesh internet users were about 38% in 2014 and in 2015 the users were 40.4%. That means after mentioning lowest rate and highest rate, you will write down the percentage specifically. And also you can use some kinds of linking words. Here I have used however. The figure shows a gradual increase to about 2.4% in 2015 and continued to increase steadily to the end of the period. Here you can see I have used some vocabularies, gradual, steadily, and also another phrase to the end of the period. After that, reaching around 46.3% in 2018. That means in 2018 the rate reached around 46.3%. Of course you have mentioned it. And the hitting a highest point of about 48.2% in 2019. At the end, in the last year 2019, what was the percentage? 48.2%, and this percentage was the highest point. Okay. In this way, you just try to present the information in very details. Now come to the concluding part. Concluding part is the most vital part for writing graph and chart, and you have to write 2 or 3 sentences very specifically. As a result, it's clear that the bar graph represents the rise of internet users of Bangladesh from 2014 to 2019. From the graph, we have informed that from 2014 to 2019, the percentage was in a rising mood. Okay, for this reason, I have written the sentence. Here you can write this type of sentence. In future, we can probably expect to see more and more people accessing the internet with smartphones as their preferred choice. In this way, you can finish your concluding part. Dear students, at the end of the class, I hope if you follow the steps for writing graphs and charts, it won't be very much difficult. That's all for today. Allah Hafiz.